Hello, my beautiful people. This is Anna Sharif again. So today I want us to talk about this 41-year-old teacher in Florida who was arrested on Friday for having sex with a 15-year-old student. A female teacher, a 41-year-old female teacher, was arrested on Friday for having sex with a 15-year-old boy. She was hired to tutor this boy and choose to engage in sexual intercourse with this boy. And she's even pregnant. It is believed she's pregnant for the boy. I continue to say this. Both boys and girls get raped every day. The difference is the boys don't report it. Majority of the time they don't. And I'll continue to say sex education has no age limit. You do not have to wait to talk about sex to your child. You do not have to wait to tell your child if an adult is touching you here, touching you in a place where they're not supposed to touch. They should come and report it to you as soon as possible. We as parents need to continue to engage in this type of conversations with our children. This time period that we're living in, sex is not a taboo anymore. Talking about sex with your child, I'll say, is not a taboo anymore. It is better you talk about these particular issues to your children before some sexual predator out there start abusing them. It is sexual abuse. This teacher by the name of Harry Calvi was arrested on Friday for committing this crime on that minor, for sexual battery of a minor. Now, if it was a man who did this, everybody would have been crying, rape. It's rape, it's rape. It's a female who did it. It is just said that she was accused of having sex. It should be she was accused of raping that boy. He's 15 years old, by God. Now, listen. I don't know what kind of food these children eat or what kind of water they drink, because some of these children, by the time they get to 14, 15, these boys are so grown. They are big, huge boys. But that does not give us the right to lay our fingers on them. That does not give us the right to molest them. That does not give anybody the right to violate their human right, to take away their innocence. Both men and women rape children, but the focus always is on the men. We now need to start focusing on these sexual predator aunties. Sexual predator aunties who always call these boys my husbands. They are not your husbands. Let us take a look at the video.
White is live in Doral this morning with what we know so far, Franklin.
And as you can imagine, this news sent shockwaves throughout this school and this community. This teacher is now pregnant, facing felony charges, and without a job.
Miss Calvi, what do you have to say about the allegations against you?
With an umbrella covering her face, the latest South Florida teacher accused of having sex with a student walks out of jail Saturday. And cops are now confirming that teacher is pregnant.
Honestly, it was hard to believe such a thing because she was like very nice. I loved her. She was a really good teacher. She knew how to explain stuff really well. It's just, I can't believe that.
School police say back in March they were first tipped off when students at John I. Smith K-8 Center in Doral came to them saying the student, who's 15 years old, was showing off videos of himself and 41-year-old Harry Calvi having sex. That's when Doral police got involved and got permission to search that 15-year-old's cell phone. And they say they found photos of him naked with Calvi, along with texts between the two expressing their love for each other.
There were photographs that were certainly inappropriate and that indicate that there was, in fact, an inappropriate relationship.
Police say the two first became close when she began tutoring him at his house late last year. Parents learning of the disturbing details Friday were shocked.
Well, it's mind-blowing because you're expecting the school to let you know that something like that is going on.
You're not expecting that kind of treatment to your child.
Calvi, just the latest teacher accused of sex acts with students. Hialeah Middle School teacher Brittany Lopez Murray was arrested for having sexual relations with a 14-year-old boy this week. And so was Renaissance Middle Charter School teacher Daniel Fernandez, who is charged with kissing and touching a 14-year-old student. As for students at this latest school, they say they still can't believe it.
100% she should be punished, but it's just like disappointing that she did that, you know?
Okay, so she was arrested on Friday and has not been at the school since March. Once they found out about the accusations, they removed her. Reporting live in Doral, Franklin White, Today in Florida.
You all saw that, right? She's pregnant by this boy. We need to leave these children alone. Let them grow to be the future of our society. There are a lot of men out there looking for women. There are a lot of women out there looking for men. By God, this is beyond being a cougar. Raping that child, is wrong. Most often, these boys and girls get raped, but the boys, majority of the time, do not report it. Instead, they brag about it because to them, they have accomplished something. Sleeping with an adult, an older woman, to them is big. Had his friends or the other student not shown this video to this police, this particular woman would have continued with this relationship and no one would have found out. She even went to the point of recording them having sex. That is how this other student got hold of it, because maybe the boy shared it. That is what I'm talking about. They brag about it. As parents, we need to start encouraging our children to come to us when things like this are going on around them. It is our responsibilities as parents to educate our children. This woman is an educator. She's supposed to be, at least, she's a teacher who is supposed to teach and educate these young men and women who are placed into their care. But what did she do? Violated his right, his human right, took away his innocence. A lot of women are doing it. But the focus here most often is on the men. The standard that we hold men and women to when it comes to sexual violence against children, it's so hypocritical. Women are doing it, but people are not talking about it. And even if they talk about it, they try to mellow it down. Crime is a crime, regardless of who committed that crime, regardless of the gender of the person. It's sexual violence against that child. It should be rape. It should not just be accused of sex, having sex. Really? Really? And now she has been released again to the public. Another child is going to fall victim to her. There are a lot of women. Even last week, another woman was arrested for again raping another 14-year-old child. My God, man. What has this world become? This is beyond being cougar, though. Leave somebody's child alone. Now she's pregnant, right? She's going to have her own child. Will she want anybody to go touch her child? An underage child? As parents, we need to engage in these conversations. These issues need to be talked about more than the way it's being talked about. Let us stop acting like women don't do it. They do it. These sexual predator aunties calling these young boys my husbands. Calling sexual predator uncles. Calling these girls my wife. Hey, then pick it are not on our man there, not on our wife there. I know say sometimes na play una can they play. But some people then they take it too far. Some people take it too far. Calling these children your husbands, your wives. Sometimes I know it's meant in a joking way. However, some people take it too far. To the point of sleeping with these children, raping them. Women are doing it. And it's about time we start talking about it. Let's stop pretending as if we are holier than thou. There are a lot of women who have abused somebody's child. There are a lot of women who continues to do it. And because some of these boys don't report it, they go scot-free. They don't get arrested. They don't pay the penalty for committing these such heinous crimes on these children. Please, leave these kids alone. Let them grow up to be the future president of our countries. Let them grow up to be the future leaders of our society. Come on. Leave these kids alone. I'm speaking to you, both sexual predator, anti-sexual predator uncles. Leave our children alone. Go look for your age mate. There are a lot of women out there. There are a lot of men out there looking for someone who can make them happy. Go look for them. Leave these children alone. I know some of these boys grow so big. Some of these girls grow so huge and all those things. But by God, that does not give us the right to lay our finger on them. Please, we are begging you people, you sexual predator aunties and uncles, to leave our children alone. Thank you everybody for watching. Please don't forget to follow me on all my social media pages. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.